Doing all right. How about you, bud?
I'm doing fantastic, honestly.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
It's been
So,
what, 2 years since we've hung out?
yeah, it's been a while since TwitchCon 2019. So, yeah, it's been 2 years.
My gosh. Dang.
I know.
I blame you.
Yeah, that's on you, buddy. That's on you. Is it though? Is it really? I mean, you
I
could have
mean,
you could have come out here. You
I don't
know,
know. I flew to you already once, so
Shoo, this guy's really he's done the Draco thing and he's been flying off. You actually
that's
did.
right. I
I
did.
mean, I appreciate that.
Always, my man.
Well, what like you just see me like this summer, and we're just rolling up to Schlitterbahn and just having a great time at all the water parks.
Do it, man. Come on down. I'll take you to every water park you want to go to.
I'm considering it now. All right, and I always ask this question every podcast to someone who's streaming. Last time was a bit of a treat because we had an Instagrammer, but this time around, we got a streamer again. So, what got you into streaming? I want to know. I'm sure I've heard it before, but tell the world.
Oh man. Um, Honestly, it was just started off watching A Drive. Just,
Mm-hmm.
got into like shiny hunting randomly and
Mm-hmm.
started watching his videos and then I jumped into one of his streams and just like, you know what? I could do this. So I started putting pieces together because I saw people already asking him the questions. So I just paid attention to what he was saying
Right.
and how he was making things happen. And next thing I know, it worked out for me. So
Yeah.
I started just streaming, I guess, shiny hunting and stuff. But the more I did it, the more I realized I just enjoyed getting to hang out with people and getting to talk and just play games and goof off. So
Right.
nothing super special, just having a good time.
Heck yeah. I mean, you know why I started, right?
No.
Oh,
Please
you don't
remind
know.
me.
I never told you that. Okay. So
No.
I started out streaming because I was already watching YouTube, and I was watching Shady Penguin, and shout outs to the boy, the tallest penguin in the land. But I was watching him first, and he was doing competitive battling, and I was like, that is really cool. Like, I already love battling. And after watching his videos, I started like really getting into it more and learning tiers and all that stuff. And so I wanted to start streaming, but I didn't really know how. So that's when I started like looking up videos, all this stuff, and I finally just, hit that live button and started. But yeah, it's crazy,
That is a super crazy, but it worked out for you then. And you started
right?
kicking butt.
Yes,
Using
sir.
appropriate words there.
I know the last podcast we had where like he's like, is there a filter? And I was like, no, you're good. Just do your thing. And I was like, I'm not gonna filter you, man. So it's a little more colorful than usual, And I was like, all right, it's all good.
That's fair.
It's all good,
It worked out for you.
You do what
So,
you got to do.
That's it.
So what is one like random thing in your room that you want to show me? Show and tell. Go.
Shoot.
What do you got?
Oh man. I was not prepared for this, bro.
I know. I love doing this though, because it's that's why. Because you're like, what do I do?
Check this out. Hold on.
All right, show me. Show me.
We'll do this. Check it out. I'm doing Stitch Fix, man.
Ooh.
So,
okay.
Hashtag not sponsored.
Got it.
But I got this gorgeous new shirt, man. Check
That
it
is
out.
a really nice shirt.
Green, blue. It's gonna look beautiful on my face or on my clothes.
Pretty fresh.
On my body.
It'll make your eyes pop.
That's it, man.
All right.
Got that the other day. That's the most exciting thing in my room. Other than that, it's nothing really. I mean, I've got, behind the curtain, just dirty clothes, man. So
yeah, it's all good.
Try to keep that covered with the green screen.
It's all good. So for me, I have randomly gotten a hat collection, and I don't even wear hats that much. That's the funny part. And you've already seen my Draco hat, right? You've already seen that. But I don't think I've shown you this before. So this is a official like NASA hat that Buzz Aldrin made. It's like a Buzz Aldrin like merch line.
Dude,
it's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
But yeah, I've only worn that a couple times because I don't want to get dirty. It's like, you know what I mean? It's all white. It's like super nice. So I barely wear it. But yeah, I love that hat. Super dope.
Gorgeous hat, man.
Thank you, sir.
Super gorgeous hat.
And I got it on sale.
Oh, nice. I actually went to NASA, or went to their space station.
Heck yeah.
This last summer. It was pretty cool.
Oh, man, I would love to go. That'd be sick.
Houston, man.
Darn it.
Good stuff.
Everything's there.
Texas is the place to be, man.
Yeah. You're like, I'm telling you right now, buddy. Just get on a plane. Let's go.
That's right. Get out of California. Come on over.
Oh
Dude.
man, I really can't with you. Let's see. What else do I want to talk about here? Okay. What is something that you think would make you quit streaming?
What would make me quit streaming?
Yeah.
I mean, life has done that a little bit. Have you noticed I've gone down from like streaming almost every single day of the week to barely streaming 2 days a week.
Yeah.
I to like quit it altogether. I think it would really just finally just a change in life. Being married, having other opportunities and other obligations that take over my life. Like right now, for example, school is just a huge thing for me. I actually should be working on a paper at this point in time. I've got a 10-page paper due at the end of this week that I'm 4 pages out from finishing, but I'm still not sure I'm writing what the paper professor wants. So we'll just have to
Oh gosh,
hope
I
for the
hate
best.
that.
But I know school definitely is kind of taking a toll on that. Life itself, when I was dating, it kind of became just the biggest priority. It was to be with her and hang out with her, and that kind of took a lot of my time there. And I'm realizing that was kind of a big mistake because it took a lot of what I enjoyed doing away a little bit.
Right.
But you grow through all that. So to stop streaming altogether, though, I can't really think of what would make me just quit. I mean, if Twitch itself shut down, I might be too lazy to go find another streaming platform altogether.
Yeah.
I built a lot of my platform here. Or just finding another hobby, really, I guess, that might
Fill the
do
void.
that same kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, being able to connect with people is the beauty of Twitch. And so I don't feel like I would be able to do that as well on YouTube or some other platform. And I've seen you do it as well, jump from platform to platform and kind of make your way back every time coming back to Twitch. It just seems to be the platform that works the best for you.
It's true. Yeah.
So overall, if you are afraid of streaming, I guess I would say this: don't be afraid. Just hit that live button.
Yeah.
You get on there, you're going to look like an idiot. And every time you get on, you're going to look like an idiot. That's half the fun, though.
Yeah, exactly.
But you get used to it,
Yeah.
And you make friends, you develop these relationships that are really neat and they're really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Draco and I would never would have met if we both hadn't started streaming together.
No. It's crazy.
I don't know. Nothing necessarily would make me stop until I'm old and can't figure out how to turn my computer back on, I guess. So
yeah. I mean, for me to stop streaming, I don't know. That's the hard part. Like, it really is like a release for me. It's like therapeutic for me. So unless like I truly just didn't get that, release, I guess, anymore, I probably wouldn't do it anymore because it wouldn't be fun for me. I wouldn't have that sort of connection anymore, And that's when I would probably stop. But yeah, I agree. Like, if Twitch shut down, I'd probably just go to YouTube, but it wouldn't be as good. It would take so long for it to be like home again, for it to feel that way. But yeah,
exactly. Well, it's a whole different dynamic over there too.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's what's funny. Like, I was on Mixer for a little bit, and that was popping for like a second, but there's just no there's no like viewership over there. The culture is a little different, so it just wasn't as fun. And then I went over to D Live because one of their community managers reached out to me, and I thought it was like a sponsorship thing, but it's really just like, a recruiting thing to try to get streamers to go over to their platform. So that was a bit of a letdown, but it was still like kind of fun, going over there, but it's mostly for mobile games, and that's not really my thing. So
right.
Yeah.
Those are fun for like you said, a minute, and then they're not.
Exactly. Like, mobile games are okay, but I don't know how people are like every day to this day still playing Clash of Clans. Like, every day I'm like, I salute you. I don't know how you do it. I couldn't do it. I'd go nuts. I played Clash of Clans for 3 years, and it's shocking to me that I even did that. I ran a clan. We were top 100. It's nuts to me that that happened. But that's the competitive spirit in me. Like, I was like, I'm not giving it up. We're doing wars every week. We are. And like, we did. And like, we just got stronger and stronger. But then like, randomly, I started like evangelizing to people too on there, which that was cool. And that was like super random. But you know what I mean? Like, that didn't happen till like the very tail end of it. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm still playing Pokemon Go. Like, to this day.
That's impressive to me.
Like every day, at least I'll check it for like 5 minutes. Go on, play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
But you're right. The phone games, they get to a point where you're like, okay, like it's the same thing every time. I know what I'm going to go do. I'm going to do that same like 2 minute thing and then leave. And
Yeah.
I don't know. You're right. I don't know how people can grind and get higher levels and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy.
Well, especially like content creation. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey guys, here's another episode 25,000 of Clash of Clans. I'm like, what? Like, how do you do it, man? Like, what the heck?
I don't know. You guys, you just got to promote and get people to be like, you watch my show long enough, you watch a certain amount of time, you get to join the clan, and being a part of the clan then means that you get to do these 13 other things.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess you kind of consider it too, because you watch people like who play like Monster Hunter or those different types of games, or League of Legends. You can watch my stream and then you can join me on my game. You know,
true.
And as that builds and that progresses, you develop that group of people over time. You know, that just fall in love with the game and fall in love with really just playing with you overall, and you provide that space that they can come and do all the things that are hard to do on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right. Like eventually those people do get bored of that. So how to keep a consistent number of people watching that same type of gaming is a process of insanity, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird. That's what kind of was starting to happen with Pokemon, because like when I was playing it every single day, I was getting bored, but like they weren't getting bored.
Right.
And then like that was hard for me because I was like, oh no, like I don't know what else to really do. I finally understood what Shady was talking about, because he talked about it. He was like, I could literally upload a Pokemon video and get like 100,000 views on it, but I just don't want to do it anymore, guys. He's like, I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I want to play like, like Dragon Ball. I think it was like the Dragon Ball card game that they had at the time, but it was like on mobile. He's like, I just want to play like these other games. I don't want to keep playing the same thing every day. I'm sorry. And I was just like, you know what the heck, Shady, when I thought about it. But then when I think about it now in retrospect, I'm like, no, I understand. Like it gets to you. It starts to grind you down,
Absolutely. I used to, I play Pokemon, my numbers would be higher. I'd switch to another game and there'd be like 4 or 5 regulars that would come by and just kind of chill, But as I started playing, realized the more I played other games, the more different people that I would never normally have on my viewing would come. There's a period where I was playing Final Fantasy IX for about a year. Every Sunday, consistently, I play Final Fantasy IX, and I had a larger pool of random people I've never met before come hang out on that day and ignore me the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And I realized then it was about playing some other stuff and finding those other games that just took me away from Pokemon for a little bit, but enough to just enjoy that stuff. But then look at it, I mean, for A Drive, he's turned it away from something he enjoys to a game, to a job.
I know.
And so that's what you have to do eventually. If you want to go that route, this is my job now. It's not something I enjoy. And so if you're going to do a game, it almost needs to come down to doing a game that you don't necessarily like.
Yeah, true. I mean, what's funny is I think he still likes it. He just has found, you with something that you truly put passion into, you always find another way to like it. So like, and that way he's focused more on like TCG. I feel like he's focused way more on the card game. So now like he's doing all these pack openings. Now he has an entire side business of selling packs to people of cards and stuff. It's crazy. He actually has like A Drive like loot boxes. Like Loot Crate? Yeah. He literally has like his own Loot Crate now. And he like and he partnered with Pokemon. So he has like official shirts, Pokemon shirts, like all this stuff. It's crazy. It's so cool. Like I'm thinking about actually like buying one because they look so dope.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, yeah.
He's building like a freaking empire. I mean, more power to him, I know.
I've missed out. It's been years since I've watched him. I think I haven't really watched him since.
I found out because of Twitter. I was on Twitter and I literally saw like they're like, thanks A Drive for, this awesome box or whatever. And then he replied like, you're welcome, guys. Really great to have you as like a fan or something. And I was like, what? This is a thing now? Huh. Like, what the heck? And he puts like really insane cards in there. So like, I guess like if you buy like a more expensive pack, it's based off of the actual like, I don't know, maybe like eBay pricing or something. So then like, he'll put like one of those really nice cards in there. Like, let's say it's a $20 pack, so it'll be like a $5 card. If there's like a $50 pack, it's like a $30 card or something like that. Like it's weird the way he does the value, but it's really cool. Huh.
Dude, that's insane. That's genius.
I know, it's so smart. I mean, like that's something that obviously I've wanted to do with my like merch line is I want to, like I told you before, like during TwitchCon, I want to do merch for other streamers,
Right.
and I've already been doing it really well. I know how to do it. Like I have hats now. I just got shoes yesterday. They look really, really nice, but they're just a prototype, so they don't have any branding on them, but they're so
Right.
comfortable. And so like I'm gonna have one of my homies take pictures of those, post them on Insta, and then I'm gonna start trying to shop those. And if I can get enough people to be interested in like, you know, DM to pre-order, then I'm just gonna sell 300 of them, dude, and just pop off. So that's the goal right now, you know.
But that's awesome. I mean, you still using Whittle, or are you kind of
Yeah,
moving past that a little bit?
yeah.
Cool,
So
cool, cool.
I'm still using Whittle merch as the brand name and everything right now, but I do have two other brands that I have already copywritten, but I haven't really done anything with yet because I don't know. I don't know what I like want to do with them. I need to brainstorm more.
Right.
I have Nobunaga brand named after the samurai warlord Nobunaga Oda because I think he's super dope. And then I also have Draco's Armory, which is like this super dope knight in armor, and I feel like that'd be more focused for like, you know, my viewers, but I haven't figured that out yet. Need to do more thinking. But
It's
yeah,
the ideas, man. I think that's, that's where a team needs to come in. You start throwing the ideas and see where they run with those ideas.
yeah. That's why I'm trying to surround myself with other people right now. Because one thing that was freaking hilarious, which I'm gonna probably launch pretty soon, is because I was talking with one of my friends and he was all like, he's like whittle undies, and I was like, that's genius. That's so stupid, but it's so genius. Like I know somebody would wear those because it's so funny. And then like a bra that says whittle titties, that's freaking hilarious, bro. Who's not gonna buy that? Tell me, who's not gonna buy that? I'm doing it. Like it's freaking hilarious.
Go for it, man.
That's what I'm saying. So
You need me
like,
to model those whittle boxers, man. Let me know. I'll be glad to model those for you.
heck yeah. Hey, don't think I didn't see you turning around to get that stitch fix. You're pretty thick, buddy.
That's right.
Sheesh. Oh my gosh. All right, Blaze. He's saying, homie, the feels, bro. You got headphones? Heck yeah. Always keeping it interesting. Always keeping it 100.
Yes.
You already know. You'll invest? All right, I'm down. I'm down.
Boom.
Hey,
That's it. That's all you need is one investor,
investors
right?
right here.
Just get going.
It's true. I won't even lie. I'll take 1,000 clams. All right, 1,000 clams, boys. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I said I would model for money. I didn't say I would pay the money to make it happen.
Hey, all right.
Man.
You know. Yeah. Easy. He's like, calm down.
Whoa.
Whoa, buddy. 1,000 clams? That's a lot of clams, man. We talking
like
the whole ocean
5.
here? Yeah, maybe $5. Okay.
Shoot.
But
Easy, he says.
I know, but at work it's become this like run-on joke now to where like my coworkers will be like, "Where's my sweater?" Because that's like the first thing I sold was these hoodies. And so then like I was like, I got to make that a commercial now. Like just a bunch of people come over to me and they're like, "Where's my sweater?" And I'm like, "It's right here." Where? Like they're like looking for it or something. I'm trying to think of something like gimmicky to do with it, but yeah.
So you get it in a box and you're trying to hand it to them. They're like looking underneath the chair or something. That'd be dope.
That's the goal.
Hilarious.
All right, so Blaze wants me to ask the question that I talked about with him, which is, do you think we're gonna have a full dive VR helmet like SAO? And if so, would you be down?
Oh man, I think they're trying to move that direction.
Mm-hmm.
I think they haven't perfected it just yet. I see. My brain goes to what's wrong with that first. What's going to be the problem with that? People aren't going to exercise anymore. We're barely exercising now.
Yeah.
Now there's going to be less exercise. You're either going to whittle away because you're spending too much time in the game, or you're going to be spending too much time in the game and eating too much while you're doing it. On top of that, how do you? That's the concept I can never get past. Is how do you get nutrients when you're playing a game like that?
Via IV.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that's what they do in the anime is via like. And you're hooked up to an IV, but then it's like, who's going to run
but
that?
they hook up to IV because they go to a doctor. They have to go to the doctor.
Exactly.
They realize they're locked in the game, so they start sending them these IVs. And that's the problem there. But even then, people in that world recognize that you could only go in for a certain amount of time, then you had to get out to go eat food and do other things. the way society works, at least in America, if those existed, we wouldn't move that direction. We would move the opposite direction.
Yeah.
We would just be so involved in that world,
yeah,
and not involved in the one that is painful and hurtful, and
right.
it
And
would just be an escape.
yeah, and I was gonna say, and you already know what they would do too, is they'd have to have like convalescent homes, but for full dive, because who's gonna change your bed sheets? You're gonna get bed bugs. You're gonna do all this stuff if you're just constantly diving. If you're not ever in the real world, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to literally have a full-time nurse, all this stuff, and it's probably gonna be horrible care because you don't care about that. All you care about is being in the game,
Right?
which is crazy to think about.
It has its opportunities because, so like, for example, there's a few episodes in SAO, and they did it so briefly, and I was so sad that they did it only briefly. But it was that the one girl she had cancer and she had nowhere else to go, no way to socialize, but that was her way to get out of just her dying, her body actually dying.
Right.
And I think that to me makes perfect sense. Like that's a beautiful way to utilize that.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I wish they would have covered more of that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was only it was a short season.
Yeah, what, like 4 episodes, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know, something like those. Yeah. No, it was it was a good half season about it. But they really dived into that aspect of it for, you're right, like 4 episodes. And then she died. And that was it. Like, even now, the new episode stuff, it never really goes back to revisit that thought. And it's just like, Asuna, your friend died. Like, should still be traumatizing for you, you know?
For real.
But I guess, too, you get used to people dying around you all the time, living in that world. It makes a whole different thing for you, though.
Yeah, because, like, they already had to deal with that because of, the first season, like, all those people dying and dying IRL. Like,
right.
That would be insane. Like, hundreds of people just all dead.
Exactly.
Which is nuts. I mean, I think that would be insanely cool, though, because, like, what if there was somebody who was nonverbal, like, in their mind, right? Like, they can't physically, but then when they're in dive, they're able to talk and completely interact with you.
Oh yeah, no, that's the beautiful side of it. Yeah,
dude.
Well, that's the way to develop and make those relationships. I mean, and it would have been fantastic to have for like 2020 when we were all isolated.
Oh my gosh,
going to a place like this to socialize. You know, I mean, that's why Animal Crossing exploded, because it was just simple and everybody could do it.
For real.
And I don't know, like, as for like me, would I actually participate in it? I mean, yeah, it really is going to depend on the game, I'm sure,
Yeah.
The SAO game itself looks like it could be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Living in that type of a situation.
Living in Aincrad would be dope.
Yeah. So doing that type of gameplay, absolutely. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know, but then it kind of talks back and forth because I get bored of like grinding with World of Warcraft type stuff or different things like that. But then again, like I'm playing Monster Hunter right now, freaking falling back in love with that game. I would you down to do a game like that again, where I just go out, you grind, you get you have an hour to go kill a monster. That's genius. Actually, why not do that with a headset thing like that?
Yeah.
You go in, you have like different missions of monsters you have to go fight, but it's limited to the amount of time it takes to hunt that monster.
Right.
And so you can only go in for like 4 hours a day, and then it requires you to shut off and rest your physical body.
Right.
And mind.
Yeah, that would be genius if they had actual like limits. And then if it was like a kid, it could have like a parental thing where it's like only an hour or something because they want them to do their homework or whatever.
But I mean, they're already starting some of these masks and stuff. So
yeah, the world.
It opens
so many possibilities.
Exactly. I'm listening to a podcast now, Tabletop for the End of the World, and I started watching it or listening to it because Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yeah, I remember you told me about that briefly on when I was popped in your stream the other day.
Yeah. But it's the setting is a post-world apocalyptic situation, and the way that the government is controlling people is through a game like this. It's called True Reality, and the only way to be plugged into this world is you have to pay a certain cost and work for it and everything. But they got to a point where you can work inside the world, so your job could be in that world too.
Nice.
And so the thought is definitely interesting and crazy. But yeah, it scares me to think that the world will just come to a point where people are just consumed by this game.
Yeah.
There's a character who's talking in that game. He goes, "I married someone in that fake world, and I have no idea if they were an NPC or a real person." Like, how scary is that thought? Yeah.
That's insane.
Right? He
Have
said
you?
the only way I
Oh,
discovered they were
man.
an NPC is when there was like a blackout that happened in the game for 5 minutes, and when she came back, she was not the same person. She went back to her binary code and just her same original three phrases.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like how catastrophic would that be to the mind?
That would be insane. Like, yeah, I couldn't fathom that at all.
And so, I mean, that's the implications we're looking at.
Yeah.
Um,
That just makes me think of like Detroit Become Human. I don't know if you've ever seen any like gameplay of that game.
I I remember it coming out. I remember people were super excited about it, and then when it dropped, and then no one said anything after it dropped.
Like a lot of people were streaming it though. I won't even lie. Like a lot of people, and I was watching my little brother play it. I watched him play most of it because literally it was just so entertaining. But it's all about like AI and the future. So in Detroit, it's supposed to be like way in the future. AI are used so much that there's AI cops, there's AI like maids, AI like prostitutes. It's crazy. Like they go into like all these different avenues, and so the game is just super trippy because you follow three different AI stories. One of them is like a nanny slash like maid. The other one is a caretaker for this old artist who's dying, and then the other AI is a cop. He's like a detective, and it's so interesting. It's crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, I gotta play it. I still have it. I just haven't played it. I you know me. I'm like stuck on like 3 games max, and then it's just like the rest of them are just permanently in backlog.
That's how games go, man.
Yeah,
That's how games go. You got to pick and choose the ones you're going to play, and then and move on to the next. So
yeah, for real. Like that's been the thing with like Sekiro. Like I bought that game like 2 years ago maybe, and then I've like just barely. I'm on the last boss finally. Like
oh wow,
just took me forever because I just didn't like. I didn't. The problem with like Souls games is they're very technique heavy most of the time, and so
yeah,
you have to like force yourself to sit down and just grind that game for a long time to learn them. So the problem with Sekiro is it's way more technical than the other games because you have to do deflecting, you have to do your other abilities where you have like shuriken and like a flamethrower and like there's all these different things. So it's like
you had to do what in a can?
I can't with you. So because so you have to like really like buckle down and be like, okay, I'm gonna learn how to deflect. I'm gonna learn how to like do all these different things in unison to actually be a freaking shinobi, you know. But now I can do it really well. Like if I was to restart the game, I'd breeze through it like super fast. But yeah,
I mean, you got to develop and learn the buttons. So
exactly.
one of the things that people when I was originally streaming were like, you need to play Dark Souls. Like I don't feel like I would be a Dark Souls player.
Yeah, if you
Never
get
got into
angry
it.
easily, you'd not be a Dark Souls player.
Yeah. Sometimes games make me upset. I broke
Yeah.
glasses one time playing Final Fantasy. Yeah,
Dang.
remember those gamer glasses I had that I was wearing
Yeah.
for a long time?
Yeah.
I got super mad one time and I threw them on the ground and you could hear this shattering all
I'll
over
buy
the
I'll
floor.
buy another pair. Don't worry. I got you. Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a good time. I don't know.
I
I don't like break controllers, but like I get frustrated. I have to walk away from games.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That happened to me with the game Dylan's Rolling Western, which I don't know if you've ever seen that game or heard of it, but it was a first party game for Nintendo that they came out with, and it was more of like a cult following game. Like not a lot of people know about it, so I'm not surprised you don't know about it. But it was hilarious because it was like The Legend of Zelda when it comes to the collectibles in the game. Like you even got like pieces of heart, but to like increase your health. But then like the rest of the game was a tower defense game, but you're an armadillo who moves really fast like Sonic. So it's like all these things are going. It's like so weird the way they did it, but super fun game. But the last boss is really, really, really hard to beat unless you know exactly what to do. Like, and they don't really tell you what to do to beat him. So I had to look up like a wiki on how to beat him because I had no idea. So I walked away from that game for 3 years. I just literally put that game away, and I was in that, like I said, I was on the last boss, and I was just like, screw this game, I'm not playing it ever again. Like, I put it away, and then I remember like it was right after my mom died. I opened up my DS, and I was like, I just want to play a game, like whatever, like want to escape, whatever. So I saw that it was in my games, and I was like, I need to beat this. And so I opened it up, and I just started like playing it again, and I figured out how to beat him, and it was like so easy to beat him once you knew like this like stick of dynamite or some like item that you can buy. So once I like finally figured it out, I was just like, I hate this game, and I love it at the same time. Like, it's such a fun game, but the fact that it took me this long is so dumb. It was so easy. Like, I could have beaten it so long ago. But yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
It does. It absolutely does. Oh man. No, the best is when you grind and you finally figure out how to beat a boss and you beat him, and then you go back and somebody shows you the easy version. You're like, oh, cool. Great. I just wasted forever.
I know. Like that was happening to me in Sekiro, because like there's like this giant monk you fight, and like she's really hard. So you're fighting her, and I was doing it like I was trying to be all like pro and deflect all of her attacks. And you can do that, but it takes like forever, and it's like really annoying because you have to be like, she does 2. Okay, 1, 2. You miss 1. Oh my gosh, there's half my health bar. And then like another 3, right? So like I kept trying to do it that way, and this guy's like, all right, let me tell you how to beat it. And I was like, all right, what's up? And he's like, if you jump on top of this tree right before the boss fight starts, she can't see you. You can stealth her an entire health bar. I was like, oh. And then so then after that I just did that one like cheese, and then I just beat her myself. Like, is so easy after that, because like you have firecrackers in the game, and if you hit somebody with firecrackers, you blind them, so you disorient them. So I just like maxed out my firecrackers, like because you can upgrade stuff, and just destroyed her. And I was like, yes, I knew I could do it. Like,
perfect. It just took a little time.
So much fun. That's what I love about that game. You can beat bosses like so many different ways, and like one thing that I did was I focused on a fire build. It is so much fun, man, to just light your sword on fire and just burn people.
Dude, yes, I can get behind that. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun. And it doesn't take that long either to do the fire build. Like, you grind for, I want to say like maximum 10 hours grind, maybe. And then after you do that grind, you can pretty much do the entire fire build and then some. So
you need to play D&D. As much as you like this creativity and just the doing different things and the weird builds, you need to do D&D.
I know, you're right.
You like to talk. It should be easy for you.
I know. You're really making this Texas trip sound very appealing, dude.
I mean, I'm here, so that should be the most appealing part about it.
That is the most appealing part, honestly. I wasn't even, screw Texas. I just want to see you, man.
That's it.
Sheesh.
Texas has got a lot of beauty to it. And the downfall is it's large, but
I know
it's a lot of cool things going on there.
Indeed. I'm trying to think what else I want to add. Well, actually, okay. What do you want to ask me? There we go. I'll open the floor.
Okay, so like I've been looking at your room, and there's this Team Rocket wallet on your bed. What's in it?
Money.
Money? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you 100% sure you have money in there?
I can't with you right now. I'm about to dox myself on stream. All right, let's see. What do I have in here?
I noticed your driver's license, but I guess we can't give away your address there.
No, I don't want to do that. I got like $16.
Hey, there you go.
It's pretty cool.
That's nice.
Some debit cards. Some personal information. I really can't with you, man. And I also have my books right now. I have Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I've been reading.
What is that?
And it's a really good read, honestly, for like business and everything. And then The Pursuit of God by A.W. Tozer. Love that book. I need to actually sit down and read it more, because Tozer he's pretty complex, but he's also it's also an easy read at the same time. I don't know how the guy does it. He's been dead for years, but people have been able to take his writings and Make it real good.
That's what they do, man. You'd be
Hmm.
surprised. If you haven't read anything by C.S. Lewis, you need to read obviously the Chronicles of Narnia. I mean, that's good stuff.
I read all that.
Um,
Heck yeah.
but he's written a book, Mere Christianity.
Oh yeah, I've heard that's really good.
It's fantastic. It's super old English. You have to bear with it.
Right.
But if you can sit down and just take notes and process what he's talking about, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it opens up a whole new world of just your spiritual walk in general.
Yeah.
So I know I joke, and people are going to joke, and they're going to say it is. It's a scary book. I did it with my small group a couple years ago, and they were like all terrified because they're like, "Holy crap! It's so much information that I just never thought about or considered."
Yeah.
That they've been too intimidated to go back to their book of that depth. But
Yeah.
I think it's had so much meat in it that really just reopened my eyes to a lot of things. I think it's necessary.
I agree. Yeah, it can be like that sometimes where you just don't really want to have to like delve deep because you know what it's going to reveal, you know.
Right.
And the other thing too is you think about like C.S. Lewis he was an atheist before he was a Christian for years,
right.
And he hated God. So for somebody to really change like that, it's insane. And then the fact that he came to know Christ so strongly that he's definitely going to get very deep. You know what I mean? Like that's how you know.
Right.
Because atheists will go to very strong lengths to try to defy God. So you already know if he knows God, he's going to go to very strong lengths to prove God.
Yes.
Which is so cool.
He's done such an amazing job with it. It's, oh my gosh. It's one of those books that like I haven't read in a couple of years, and I crave for wanting to go back and read. I have very few books that I have a craving to go back to read.
Yeah, well, The Pursuit of God was one of those books. I've already read it, and I really loved it. And so then, but I remember it was one of those things where like, you know how like sometimes like parents will like give you stuff, but then it's like you're borrowing it and they don't tell you? Or is that just my mom?
Wait, what?
Okay. My mom, like, she like gave me the book for my birthday, and then she was like, "Oh, sorry, you were actually just like borrowing it." And she like gave it to somebody else. And I'm like, "What?" So then like I had like read it, but like I didn't want it. I thought it was mine. And then she's like, "Oh no, it's actually not." I'm like, "Okay. Whatever."
How's that a birthday gift? I've never experienced that.
Yeah, my mom was a very odd person. But yeah, so that like I always wanted it again. So then I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna buy it," you know. And it's been good. It's been good, like opening it up again, because like this version is a little different because the like guy who compiled his writings kind of gives like his testimony in the beginning and everything, and so that was cool. Like hearing all that in the preface, you know.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dope.
For school, I read a book called Sacred Pathways. Probably one of the coolest books I've ever read. It talks about how we all connect to God differently.
Mm-hmm.
But not just in the fact, like you go to church, worship is what? You go and you sing, right?
Right.
That doesn't work for everybody.
No.
I go to church with my roommate, and during worship, he'll just sit down and like drink his coffee and just kind of wait for worship to be over. And he just doesn't connect to God that way. Like he goes, he understands the importance of being in community, but that part of church just doesn't work for him.
Yeah.
And so it kind of gives 9 different ways you can connect with the God and with God. And he is the God, but with God.
Yeah.
And it was just really enlightening. And so like there's the naturalist, just being out in nature for some people is just the way you connect, or sometimes just being by yourself is the way you connect. Sometimes it's just thinking about who God is. And that sounds super silly and,
it's true,
and verbiage, but it is. It's just understanding it and thinking about who he is, or intellectual, where you're just studying scripture, which I thought was silly at first, but I found that like that was one of my highest percentages of way I connect with God is when I'm just diving into the word, and I'm just diving into the heavy, like, talking about C.S. Lewis and all these other extensive writings. And so, and this is probably like way out of the depth of what you'd normally talk about in this talk show.
It's all good, man. That's what I wanted this talk show to be, is like kind of an open dialogue sort of style. So you're right on track.
Well, good. If you ever get a chance, read that book, man. Take the tests that are in it. Find out how you connect best, because it's changed how I interact with God, and it's made things so much better.
For real, like send me the name of that for sure, because I want to take a look. Definitely, man.
I can do that as soon as I finish writing this paper.
I know exactly, man.
Oh man, I had to write a whole paper on it, and so that's why I guess my brain's on that. But
yeah, I love that, and that's also good too, because then you're like when you're gonna go back and then actually like finish the paper, you're gonna be all refreshed because it's already in your mind.
Right. Exactly.
So you're welcome.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
This is the whole point. You're helping me to.
I'm your tutor. You know, this is the Zoom call. Like, I'm your tutor. Yeah.
Oh crap.
that'll be $50. So yeah.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah. Ends the Zoom call. It's 40 minutes, so it's not $50. It's only 30. Like. You just do the math.
You're freaking up. I can't hear you.
Yeah,
I gotta go.
What?
Bye.
Oh man, dude. Okay, I still am thinking to this day about like when we met up with everybody with the Pokemon meetup. That was insane. Yeah. That was crazy.
There was so many people.
So many people. What? Like 30 people?
Right.
That was nuts.
It was crazy.
Honestly, like that blew my mind.
And meeting everyone, and it was good to meet people face to face, people you've just talked to through chat or whatever, yeah. And so. But
yeah, like meeting Mellerness, that was super dope, and then Sully, and that was really cool. And oh my gosh, I mean everybody, like James Ariel, and the list goes on and on. Freaking Bulbasaur.
Oh my gosh, Bulbasaur, man,
he's so funny, man.
He's hilarious.
He really is.
They're all, and the problem is that they're all quality streamers. Yet
I know
they're not getting the viewership they deserve.
I know.
And it's
because Twitch is too saturated right now. That's why a lot of people have been going over to YouTube now. Like YouTube has become the second biggest streaming platform for sure. It's the second biggest right now, and it makes sense because YouTube has so many big people now, like Dr. D, like Dr. Disrespect for one is like the biggest person on YouTube right now, I think, to my knowledge.
I thought he's gone to YouTube?
Yeah. Twitch dropped him and they haven't really said why. And so because of it, I think they said they were going to bring him back, but he was so mad. He was like, no, I'm going to YouTube. So like he did this whole crazy like cinematic, like basically like a freaking short film trailer for his coming to YouTube. And that's when he announced it. Yeah, that was like almost 2 years ago now. It was like, I think it was late, or no, I think it was like early 2020. Yeah, it was like really early 2020.
One of those weird things that just kind of happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Golly.
I know. It's crazy. And then like the whole Rogue Company thing happened, which is a really fun game. I don't know if you played it at all, but it's like CSGO, but third person. And then they have it to where it's on PC and everything too. But he did like an entire partnership with them and had his own map in the game and his own skin. Like it's crazy. But yeah, dang. Yeah. There's been a lot going on with him. Like that's what's funny. I don't really watch him that much. I just watch like Twitch news and stuff every once in a while.
Right.
So that's why I figured it out. But it's really interesting, man. There's been a lot going on. But one thing I wanted to ask you is, have you been looking into stocks at all or no?
No.
I won't lie to you.
Never.
Like everybody at my work has been talking about it, so I started doing a little more research.
Yeah.
And I just invested into Dogecoin.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Oh, buddy.
I did. Not much though.
All right.
Not much.
Not much.
I only invested $20. I was like, I'm gonna start slow.
Right.
Whew. You're like, okay.
Because it's
up today by like 20%.
Oh, really?
Almost. It keeps going up because people keep buying it, so it keeps going up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's at 0.3 cents a share, so it's really cheap right now. But it was like 0.11 like a month ago, so it's already gone up so much. So if somebody back then when it was like 0.01 or whatever, like invested like $100, they're already up a lot. Like it's like that's the thing, And because it has like a funny name, people are investing in it as well.
People pay for memes. It's ridiculous.
I know. So all I can say is get in the game, my guy. Get in the game.
I'll pray about it. I have no desire. I played the stock market.
The
Not played the stock
wise
market. I had to
answer.
do it part of like one of my class things in high school, and it was just, this wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I watched it. I played it. I did well. I like enough to pass the class well
Mm-hmm.
because we had like fake money and we were able to practice playing in the stock market or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just had no desire to have to sit there and stress of watch if my money's going to go up or down.
Yeah.
And yet you can pay people to do that for you.
Right.
I mean, that's what I think. I had a friend that that's all he lived on. I asked what he did for a living. He goes, I don't do anything. Put my money in stocks and I've been living off of that. He goes, and I was like, what? He goes, yeah, I wear the same 5 shirts I've been wearing for the past 5 years. I live in an apartment. I've got money backed up for days. He goes, I have nothing to worry about. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. Because, like, my dad, he's been a DJ for over 40 years. And, like, back in the 80s when he started, there was like these freaking grandpas at these bar and bat mitzvahs that are like, all right, Joshy, I'm going to give you $100 in Disney stock. And back in the 80s, that was probably like a lot of shares. So then nowadays, like one share in Disney is probably like $1,000,
Right.
So that's insane. Like the the amount of money that, like, if they kept those stocks, they might be set for life. Like some of these kids.
That's fair. But if Disney does one wrong move, which they're not going to, they're taking over the world. But if they do one wrong move, people are going to pull their money out.
Yeah.
And then that money's just going to tank,
Well, what's crazy is, like, one of my coworkers was talking about it because like all he does is study stocks. And so he said that he can literally just from day trading, he can make $300 a day just from day trading. So
why is he still working?
Because obviously for one, like he smokes a lot of weed. So I think that's probably part of it. I'm not going to lie. Cause like, I don't know, man. I'm like, okay, how much do you really know? Like, okay, like you talk a lot of game here, man, but I don't know. Like, let me see those dividends. All right, chill out. So
where's this money really going?
Yeah, where's this money really going, my guy? So I don't know. Like, it's that's the problem. It's a bit of a gamble, Like, you don't know where it's really gonna go. That's like what I said. I'm like $20. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy,
See what happens.
Exactly.
But when you make your first million, you better hit me up.
All right.
In Texas.
All right, in Texas. In Texas. Okay. I'll meet up with you in Texas, of course, my friend.
Hey, perfect. Or Japan. We can go to Japan. It's fine.
Oh, heck
pay the flights. No big deal.
Heck yeah. We'll get your head painted to look like the Japanese flag. That'd be sick.
Just the flag? What are you talking about? It'll be a kabuki mask on the back of my head.
That would be super sick, too.
People don't know if they're the front of me, the back of me,
That would be so sick.
Right?
It could be like a happy mask and then a scary mask in the back, or like a sad one.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
just a cool one, like from Big Hero 6.
Okay, respect.
Thank you. Yeah. It's my head, but, whatever.
You don't have a say in this. I'm so sorry. You don't have a say in this.
I guess my trip to Japan, I guess I'll have a sad face on the back of my head.
I just take all the pictures from that angle. You're like, hey, let me see the pics from Japan. It's always just from behind. They're like, what happened? Like,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. It was a great trip. He had a great time. Yeah. He looks like he's just so depressed. Nah, he had a blast. And your perspective is just all the happy ones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I can't, man. I can't.
Perfect.
So, thank God, starting next month, work is going to go a little slower. It's slowing down. So, I'm going to go back to 5 days, which will be nice. So, I'll have a little more free time.
What do you do now? Are you still working at McDonald's?
No, I'm working in a FedEx warehouse right now.
Oh. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I work like 10-hour days, 6 days a week. But thank God it's going down to 5 starting next month.
Hey, but you're getting that overtime.
Yeah, I'm getting overtime. It's true. I mean, that's been good. But at the same time, like, I'm not really able to do much. Like, I pretty much just, like, get off work, eat, go home, and then take a shower and go to bed. Like, I don't really have time to really play games. Like, maybe 30 minutes, and then that's pretty much it, So,
I feel that.
Because of that, I've just been a busy boy. But I finally figured out what I really need to do to get into the IT field, because what I studied, when I got that Google certification, which was pretty dope for an IT support specialist. So I need to become like a help desk person. And then at that point, I'd be like, hello, welcome to Best Buy Support. This is Austin speaking. And then they'd be like, my computer, it won't turn on. And I'd be like, of course, Mrs. Johnson. Let me see why your computer won't turn on. Is it plugged in? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
like that would be my job. And that's the starting point, which I never knew, to like really get into IT, because if you start there, you can work your way up. And no matter what, you're still going to have IT experience, because that's considered like tier 1 is what they call it, IT experience.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the cool part. If I'm able to get like most places look for 2 years. That's what they look for, is 2 years experience in order to get like a job where you're going to be making like $25 an hour starting. And then when you start getting to the higher ones, you're starting to make like $35 an hour plus, Yeah.
I hate working by the hour. Oh, no, I know this is a little off topic, but...
No, you're good. Go for it.
I hate working by the hour. I've been doing that for the past 6 months. It sucks. It sucks, dude. I prefer salary. That's what I was living on for the past 8 years of my life.
Yeah, see, that's hard.
The shift is not good. Top of that, no benefits. Like, it's ridiculous.
What? You have no benefits?
I have no benefits.
I'm
working at... Yeah, you have full benefits working at FedEx?
Yeah, full benefits.
I need to switch over to FedEx, maybe.
You do. I literally have everything. I have dental, vision, everything.
I'm working at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. It has its moments, but I'm definitely...
I'd go over to the manager and be like, no benefits? That's very Christian of you. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right?
That's so messed up, but I'm right. It's like, hey, brother, thanks for helping out with all those chairs. Good luck getting back up. Wait, what was that?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. I was saying enjoy the donuts.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I know. A lot of times it'd be like that.
It's all good, though. I'm seeing the camp field where I was working opening back up. People are starting to release jobs again.
Good.
Because people are going to be going back to camp because COVID's leaving.
Right.
So, so I'll be applying to those here soon. It's just going to take some time to get to that point.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. You're kind of like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Your life got turned right upside down.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit. It's all good, though. I'm getting there. I'll make it through the wilderness.
I know you will.
I'll make it through.
You're in this season.
That's right. I didn't know how long lost I was until I found you.
Hey, baby. I see you right there.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, gosh.
I think we drove everyone crazy at TwitchCon.
We did. Remember? We're like running around, hey! And you,
exactly.
and you and your chacos and me with my freaking hat. Here, I'll put it on. Just for memories. Doesn't even freaking fit my head, dude. Like, I need a bigger one. Here, wait up. I'm going to put it on right now.
Do it. You won't. Yeah. That's right. Oh my gosh.
I was walking around with this like, hey.
That's it, man. Hey, we had a blast, dude. It was lit.
We did. We did. Honestly.
Oh, dude, I still wear those sunglasses.
No, dude, the sunglasses were sick.
Dude, 100 comments a day. People are like, dude, those are the coolest sunglasses I've ever seen.
Dude, I know. I'm so mad that I missed out on it. So mad.
Man. They keep like, where can I find those? You can't. First 200 in.
Yep.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, sorry, my dude.
And then they didn't have a TwitchCon last year.
I know.
And so.
I was so mad.
Me too. But
I really was. Hey, Vanilla Bryce. Yo, DM me later. I want you on the podcast. We'll be in touch. But either way, so. No, it's funny. Like I've had other people at work like, can I be on the podcast? And I was like, I mean, if you really want to, we'll see. See if I can make it work. I don't know. Like, that's been kind of funny because like, I wasn't expecting that because they've been watching it. Like a lot of people at work have been watching it, and I'm just like, this is cool. You know, I'm not used to this, but it's dope.
Hey, that's nice, man. How many episodes in are you now?
We're pretty far in. I think we're at. Yo, Blaze, I was about to say, can you check for me or what? Check for me right quick. I think we're at like 7 right now. We've been doing it for a while. We might be might be at 6, but yeah, we've been going pretty far. Cause like the first episode was just me, cause my guest fell through that day. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait. I'm just like the streamer mentality. I'm going live. I'm doing it. So it was like a pretty short one, and I went ahead and did it, and I jumped in. And then the second one, I already had a guest. Oh, it's all good. It happens, you know. Like,
yeah,
he's a really busy dude. He's got like 30K subs on YouTube, so he's a busy guy. I don't blame him.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
And he's got a full-time job, so I was just like, yeah, you know, like the guy's busy. He's got a lot of stuff going. So am I. You know, I'm not exactly open and free. Can't call me a chicken. I'm not free range. Life isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Where's the exit button?
It's just a yoke, you know. It's just a yoke.
Oh, I'm out. No.
What? I'm just life's sunny side. What's the problem?
I quit.
Why do you have to be eggs, dude? Why do you have to be eggs Benedict? Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Are you telling me that life is this scrambled? Come on, man.
This is number 5. CJ says.
Okay. I knew I exaggerated. I'm pretty good at that.
Never. No.
I would never do. I would never embellish. Would I embellish? No, never. Ever.
No, never. Not once.
Never in my life. My goodness. But life's been good, man. Life's been freaking great. Honestly. Been having a good time. It's been hard, you know, I won't lie to you. It's been busy, but I know that that's just for now, you know. It's not forever.
Are you still living with your folks, or you kind of moved?
I moved out, got my own place.
Nice.
Draco really did fly off.
There you go. I was about to say this doesn't look like your garage, so.
Oh, I know. Oh, dude, I like even after that, I didn't stream in my garage for a while. I started actually streaming in like the den, and I had like a way nicer setup. And then I randomly found this desk. It's hilarious. So there was this desk that was just on the street, and it said free, but it looked like brand new. And I was like, what the heck? So I was like, hey, yo, Pop, let's get this desk. And so then we came together, picked it up, got it, put it in the truck, and it was like, I'm talking to like, looks like a freaking like president desk or something. It is huge. It's ginormous, gorgeous, like dark wood. Looks like it's like maybe mahogany, maybe cherry wood or something. And so heavy, like 70 pounds plus. Just this gargantuan of a desk, but beautiful. So I don't have that right now because I'm in a tiny room, little box. But just renting a room out of a house right now. But
gotcha.
I'm planning on moving in June or July to a place with my friend Crimson and his little brother. So all 3 of us are going to get a place, like our own house. So I'm going to have like way more room and be able to actually like stream hopefully more consistently and everything. Because here at this place, like my landlord like is kind of my roommate. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And he goes to bed really early. So I can't really stream after work. So that's been like a bit of an adjustment. So that's why I've just focused on, I think that's another reason why I started the podcast too. Because I was like, I want something that's like consistent for everybody, that I feel is going to be like low stress for me, but also fun for me. And I can create, you know, content outside of Twitch. So
that makes sense. Well, super cool, man.
Yeah, man. But
super cool.
I think I'm going to end the episode here.
Right on.
All right.
It's been hanging out with you. Miss you, man.
Same. I miss you too. Oh no! What happened there?
Whoa,
oh gosh, guys! Whoa! Yeah.
TMI! It's TMI!
Yeah. Sus! He's sus! I saw him in medbay. He vented.
So fast.
I don't know. It was like a cloud 1 second, and then next a rainstorm.
Dude, that would be so much fun. Just going into Among Us and getting into a random group, and then the two of us just creating this big drama. So about a random person that may or may not be the person, but like getting people and convincing them just by creating this
We could
huge
easily
drama.
do that.
It'd be so much fun.
Absolutely.
It's like a giant storm cloud. He just vanished in front of me. I know, it was like pure ninja skills.
His ninjutsu's off the charts. Did you see those hand
incredible.
signs?
They were so rude, but so fast.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Draco the Dragonite, and I am flying off. Later, guys.